What is up? A-Aron here for my 6th reaction, and I'm super excited to react again to Morissette Amon. And in this one, she's going to actually be doing Never Enough, which is an iconic song. It's one of those that are up with like Whitney Houston and so forth of this era. Super popular. And so it's a high bar to sing, but certainly she's someone worthy of doing it justice. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
Trying to hold my breath.
Wish 1075.
Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream with me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, oh.
Wow, that is, there's so much to unpack there. Oh, this is going to be awesome. So for starters, her presence right out of the gate, even before it started. She feels very comfortable. Look at that smile, just, you know, and it feels honest. I think she's genuinely excited to be there and comfortable, you know, performing. I don't feel like it's a facade, which you definitely feel like with a lot of artists, that they've got their kind of facade they're putting on, right? And in her case, she's just there, excited to be there. And then I also noticed that she did take a moment and she's kind of set herself before, which is amazing. And you know, again, not being a vocalist but being a musician, and you know, one in particular that leverages lungs, right, as a trumpet player, posture is very important. And you know, I've heard people talk about the fact that it's difficult to sing, or more difficult to sing, you know, like in a chair or something to that effect. You want to be open and so forth. And she is clearly comfortable and okay here doing it. And but I notice she's like up. She's up. So I imagine that's part of it, and she's probably used to that because it doesn't seem to faze her. But yeah, so now she sets herself. Okay, deep breath, relaxes.
I'm trying to.
And so, you know, this one, she starts off really like with a almost airy introduction. She doesn't say, "I'm trying." She says, "I'm trying," or at least that's what I'm hearing. I'm trying to hold.
I'm trying to hold my breath.
Wish 1075.
Let it stay this
way. And that's really low. I mean, this song actually has a huge range. You know, I think especially for a female singer. I mean, for a male that's very high, but this low part isn't that tough. But it is a big range. And then she said, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Take my hand, like it was all one phrase where she played with it. Take my hand, like it was my, but it was right into hand. And she continues with kind of the same sentiment from the original Lauren version with the take my, just beautiful.
and to let this moment end. You set off a dream with me, getting louder now. Can you?
That just slide down her vibrato, her sound is just so precious. She's just got such a pretty voice. That tone is incredible, and I mentioned before, but just her vibrato. And right now we're at a pretty low overall dynamic. We're keeping it a little bit subdued. This is one of those songs that builds, and we're starting, also lower register, but also, a little bit softer dynamics. But I noticed that she's kind of weaving inside of phrases. She's playing with and manipulating those dynamics. And she's already used quite a few different vocal techniques at this point.
Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold.
Okay, so I feel I probably should have gone back and listened to the original version from Lauren. That was an incredible performance. As I said, like I said, it was one of those iconic, vocal displays. That said, I feel like Lauren approached this chorus, I guess you could call it.
The night sky will.
Trying to think of the lyrics.
All the shine of
Yeah, all the shine. I feel like she built up a little bit sooner in her version. I feel like it was a little bit stronger at this point, and Morissette's still keeping it a little bit. I mean, she's gone from here to here in terms of her overall delivery, her what's the word I'm looking for? Her force, intensity. Maybe that's the best word, right? Like it's building intensity, and but she's still keeping a little bit here. Whereas I feel like the original version took a bit of a jump up, right? Where it goes, all the shines of 1,000, right? Where I feel like here she's still keeping a little bit, but then the second, not verse but line, then she does step it up a notch. Towers of
without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world and it all.
Okay, so I'm sorry I'm stopping. There was something I didn't notice before. Is she's jumping back and forth between the head voice and the chest voice, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe there's a mix in there. Again, I'm not a vocalist, so but she's shooting up and down.
Shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world and it all never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, never enough.
encourage you to subscribe right now because I want you to feel every emotion as if it were your own, with reactions that are heartfelt and deeply personal. And you deserve that every day. So subscribe to get notified every time I unleash a new reaction for your enjoyment. So go ahead, hover over that subscribe button, click it, and put a big smile on your face. It literally takes 2 seconds. And with that, let's get back to the current reaction. Wow, that was quite the display. That was ridiculous, actually. These belts are difficult in their own, but she just has so much control where she lets it on with just a straight tone, and then at the end just leaves this nice little vibrato with each of it. And then that, I don't even know what you call that, like almost like a, like is it a form of vocal fry, or like it's almost like a cry at the end of that to drop down. Let's start there because that was super awesome.
Never be enough, never be enough for me. Never.
Okay, sorry, I went way back way too far. Just her sound, right? It's not only impressive to hold and sustain those notes with that control, the control of the vibrato, but just her sound is unbelievable. And then she has the little growls and so forth. And so far, I don't know if she'll change it up, but it's keeping in line with the original. Which clearly is an artistic choice. And I think that that's a good choice because this is kind of one of those standards that I don't know that you really want to change much. It's so well known and so forth. It'd be interesting to hear. Maybe we can make it work. But she's obviously choosing to add some embellishments, add her own flavor to it. And just her sound is just so full, even when it's, lower volume. Just the little subtleties, but it's unbelievable. Her control.
All the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands get hard.
Just the little things, just like when she gets into the lower range, right here, she's really just, and I could see this in her lips, and I don't know what that actually does, but just the sound.
Never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little.
Are still too little.
These hands get hard for us, and it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me.
Wish exclusive on Wish 1075.
There it is. So most of this was unchanged. Most of it was like completely unchanged in the original, with just minor inflections, minor changes, minor embellishments. But that end completely just smashed. I'm sorry, the original version, but just smashed the other one. And not that it's a competition, but the point is she made it her own at the end there, which was unbelievable. That slide was just seamless. I talked about this with Dimash, right? But the other thing I noticed, and maybe I'm wrong with this, but I feel like let's hear it again. Let me hear it again before I comment.
Wish exclusive on Wish 1075.
So I should have turned my phone on vibrate. All of a sudden I'm getting a bunch of spam calls back to back, literally 4 in a row. Learning lesson again. So yeah, what I noticed is a lot of these phrases, so I want to show the comparison to show you what I'm talking about. It's the never enough feeling. Oh, I went too far, sorry. Have I completed?
These hands get hard for us, and it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me.
Okay, so she does do it there as well. So what I thought she actually started with more straight tone and then went to a vibrato. And maybe she did earlier, but she's actually having a pretty early onset. Yes, because I noticed in that slide up, it was directly to a vibrato at the end. Yeah, see, so she didn't really have much of one until the slide, but it was directly on the onset of that slide. Her ability to manipulate that however she wants is unbelievable. Sorry, I bounced around. Right into the vibrato. Yeah, okay, so I was right with that one.
Wish.
That was masterful and tasteful. You know, she stuck mostly to the original version and let her voice shine. She let her expertise, her sound, her beauty come through, and then made a number of carefully chosen, and I don't know if it's pre-rehearsed or in the spur of the moment, but a number of these small little growls and fries or cries and just these subtle variations. And that slide at the end was just unbelievable. That was incredible. Morissette, you've done it again. I'm definitely looking forward to more of her. And thank you for those of you that recommended this. I very much appreciate it. And I'm going to try to give a mention here. I need to get better at that so I can maybe mention you in the review. But nevertheless, thank you. And please do subscribe so you can see more of these types of reactions and, feel the response maybe as you watched it or listened to it for the first time yourselves. With that said, thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.